All right, what's up, everybody? We're at the top of the hour, so I'll get started right about now. Back with Bacon's fictional franchise. As you can see, I shaved. Decided to do that. Haven't been clean shaven in a while. Again, not relevant to the stream, but let's get this one going. We'll play the Royals today as the Cleveland Spiders. I made a decision off stream that once we get eliminated from playoff contention, which is just a matter of time for the Spiders, I'll stop playing with them. Again, that won't really matter until we get into September, hopefully. But there it is. That's the number right there is 21. So once I get to being eliminated here, then I'll stop. Hopefully we turn it around, though. I'd rather play playoff baseball and stop early. So that is the plan. And then same thing for the Kings, looking a little bit better on that side. But again, once we get eliminated from playoff contention, I am done with one of the teams, and we'll get as quickly into the next season as possible. I'm trying to do that before the new game gets out. So we'll jump into this one. I'm going to look at the Royals very quickly before we start. Did well against them last time, but every game is different. They have Vince Clark on the IL. And then that looks like that's it for the majors. I didn't see any starters or relievers. And then the guy they got going today is Jose Rosales. Here is his delivery. He's got the Mike Gonzalez delivery. If you guys remember Mike Gonzalez, the left-handed reliever for the Orioles, and he where else was he? Was he with the Braves for a little bit? And I know he was a Brewer for a while, but he blew up. But I believe the Orioles mostly, Mike Gonzalez. I'll look him up on Baseball Reference if you guys actually want to know. But there he is, Rosales. 4 pitches, 4-seam slider, changeup, and a cutter. 26-year-old out of Mexico. So this will be the game. My favorite Royals uniform is this one, the one they're actually going to use with the gold trim. It just looks so much better. And we'll play in Kansas City. Last time we played them in Cleveland. I obviously don't have a uniform selection. I'm actually going to put it on Overcast. 30 did. And I got Gore going. He was pretty good for us last time out. I'm actually pretty sure the last time out was the one where he went deep into the game, right? I want to say it was a while ago, actually. I want to say it was the last time we played the Royals. I'm not sure. I don't have the note in front of me. But, yeah, so we'll roll with this lineup. This is just going to be the default unless I get a notification saying I shouldn't. Boom, and we're going with it. Thanks for being with me today. It is February 14th. We're going to play the Cleveland Spiders and the Kansas City Royals here tonight. It's about 5 degrees outside here in Milwaukee. Beautiful day. I love the Midwest, especially in February. Okay, here we go against these Kansas City Royals.
We are under the lights as the
Kauffman Stadium is one of my favorites, too. It always seems like it's smaller than it is, but it's a big stadium. It's probably the biggest in the AL Central. Royals always need speedy outfielders, guys who can play defense well. That's kind of what they're going for now. They got Benintendi, and Michael Taylor's probably going to play center. And then it sounds like they're going to have Whit Merrifield play right instead of second base, so that's interesting, too.
What do we need to know here, Danny?
Here's a guy that numbers can be.
But he's got some wheels. The real Royals, of course, we're talking about. Here we go with the fictional Royals, Jose Rosales. Go full screen there. We'll get started tonight. Just going to play the one game. I won't be playing my Custom League online if I do play that at all today. I won't be playing it on stream. I mean, it's easily going to get caught by Ramirez. Quick start here in Kansas City. There's our lineup. Got Webster, Andrews, and then Taylor, Tracy, Rowe, and then Reyes, Lazari, Marte, and Mejia's in left. Reyes had the big home run. Rowe had even bigger home run. I think his was in the extra innings the last time we played as these Spiders, but not doing too hot recent.
Lenny
Is he going to throw fastballs down the middle all game? First one was pretty much there too. If you guys have questions about the game going forward, about what I'm planning on doing, go ahead and drop that in the comments. I'd love to talk about the game, even with the disappointment of losing year-to-year saves from 20 to 21. Or we can talk about real baseball. The Brewers miss out on Justin Turner. I was really hoping that we'd make some sort of big move like that. Wong is a big bat, but we'll see. Past that, he's going to be better with a glove, obviously, Colton Wong. But we can talk about your favorite team, whoever's watching. We'll talk about anybody really into any conversation about baseball right now.
And there's a fastball well off the
let's
plate
chat.
inside.
Max Taylor is on deck.
You, I'm a little bit more
My new
afraid of
3-hitter
the
for these
deck or the guy
Spiders.
that's up right now.
Again, looking forward to the
I
offseason
want this guy up
for these
right now.
Cleveland
He's the guy that's
Spiders.
gotta be-
The Kings are a little bit more now, and then the Spiders are going to look better for us next year, as I plan on continuing this franchise. It depends on, again, the direction of MLB 21. We just don't know how it's going to be, what the game's going to be like. But I like MLB 20 a lot.
You have a game plan when you go into this, and the game plan normally is get ahead with strike one and make hitters expand the zone. 3-1.
Here's Max Taylor. Not so great for us in August. 214 with a homer and 3 driven in. Those numbers are all with us. And then the July numbers were all with the Cincinnati Reds before we traded for him.
From the stretch, here's the pitch.
First pitch fastball 3 times in a row. I don't love swinging at the first pitch, especially early in games. You guys know that. If you've been watching, of course.
Comes set and the 0-1. Liner towards second.
Really thought that was going to get past him. Okay. Those soft line drives are always deceptive. Here is Max Tracy.
First shot for him here. 2 hits in 5 trips a night ago.
My cleanup hitter tonight. Or today. I can't even tell if this is going to be a night game. It is overcast, so it might just be, you know, a little cloudier, and that's why it's not so bright out. Or it might actually be nighttime. I'm not sure. Can't really tell until we get a couple innings in, right? What's up, Bullet? Welcome, buddy. Glad to see you again. You missed the last couple.
I think one of the things we're looking for a consistent zone. If it's a tight zone, it's a high zone.
Playing with the Cleveland Spiders in Kansas City in this one. If you can't tell by the massive scoreboard in Central.
2 quick strikes and now the 0-2.
Yeah, I'm not getting it with Tracy, especially not the same way that Schwabenlund was hitting. We had a bad month overall, about midway, or just past midway through here in August. All good, Bullet. Take care of yourself before you try to take care of me. Glad to see your name in the comments, though. That's for sure. That's Justice making the play in center for them. He'll lead off the bottom half of this first inning. Here's my starter. It's Jonathan Gore. I'll move my face real fast. There we go.
Hey, Matt,
So you can see the stats.
repertoire of pitches, and he throws also.
Again, I pitched really well with Gore the last time we played the Royals. That was when I had the outburst in the first inning. What was it, 6 or 7 runs in the first?
It's not an easy pitch to learn, and what's
Hopefully we do something similar to that here. Would love to beat up on the Royals again.
That's why we don't see a lot of pitchers.
Tyrell Justice.
Stepping into the box, Tyrell Justice. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half.
What's up, Noble?
Well, you take a look at our visiting club as they take the field tonight. They dropped another one last time out, and in fact, they've won just twice in their last.
So we're 4th in the Central. Again, I'm not giving up exactly, but I'm going to stop playing once we get eliminated from playoff contention. That's still going to be a little while out. I mentioned that at the top, but again, there's no point in playing games when we're not even having a chance at getting to the playoffs. So that'll be something we mention more in the coming weeks. I'll try to get into the next season before we get to opening day. I know we still have all of March, of course, and then maybe even baseball gets pushed back. But I'm sure I'll be less active once we get to the actual baseball season. I tend to watch a lot of baseball.
It is eventually going to catch up to you.
But we'll see.
Andrews is right there.
2 quick outs here for Gore already. Then, of course, still
Coming to the
waiting on
plate
new
now,
information
Mike
for
Garrison.
MLB The Show
And as you take a
21.
look at the splits here, he's
Just want to be
actually
told
better against
anything
right-handed
new.
pitching this season.
This is Mike Garrison, big bat in the Bacon Stream roster. That's the first one he appears in. He's the Royals' best player. And he can do everything but play the field. Just a fantastic hitter overall. He plays left field primarily. If you actually play him in the field, I wouldn't. And then he can play some first base, which, again, I wouldn't.
First pitch of the
But I would bat him
on its
third in my
way.
lineup, Mike Garrison. This would be a fun team for a franchise, too. Kansas City Royals. Bacon's fictional Royals, of course, not the real Royals as much.
2 out, nobody on. Hit the other way out toward right field.
And that's a quick inning. I only threw 5 pitches.
Here as his side is quickly retired.
So we're rolling here at Kauffman Stadium in Kansas City.
No score here on the show. Digging in, Eric Rowe comes off an 0 for
Just
4
getting started.
in last night's ball game.
Very disappointed with the Daytona 500 today. We got to see 15 laps and then nothing going on after that with the rain there in Florida. That was my plan for the day, was just to watch that race. Very disappointed. Get to play some baseball now, though. Still thinking about baseball season here in Milwaukee. I'm feeling good about at least, having a close race in the division. I think the Cardinals are a little better than us, and I think the Cubs are still up there. I'm not as scared of the Reds necessarily. And then the Pirates are going to be one of the worst teams in baseball. That's a quick rundown of my my NL Central predictions.
Looking for better results than last night.
But probably one of the worst divisions in baseball. Nobody seems to really want it that badly.
Here now, the pitch.
Oh, of course. Yeah, same thing here. I mentioned it at the top, Phillies fan. It's about 5 degrees here.
No doubt about this one. Watch it
fly. What a bomb from Reyes. All the dude does is hit. But yeah, I'd love to have August in Kansas City over a February in Milwaukee right now. I'm sure it's the same for you.
Third home run for him on the
big home run there for Reyes. He had one in the last game we played too. I think it was a 3-run shot. All he does is hit.
Most pitchers aren't going to throw this guy much of a fastball to try to challenge him, because this guy can hit him a mile just like he did with that swing right there. Impressive power.
That was one of those that left in a hurry. Oh, man, I love Miller Park, or the stadium formerly known as Miller Park, I guess. My goal was to get to 20 games in 2020, and that obviously didn't happen.
He's back in the starting lineup for this one after sitting out.
Not feeling confident about getting to 20 this year either. But again, big baseball fan. I love the MLB in general, and just following it, through the show, and just watch so much baseball. I watch MLB Network all the time. But not going to get to 20 games this year.
Into the box now.
Oh yeah, no, well, it's probably much better in Atlanta than it is in the Midwest. Again, yeah, we're in the negatives tonight, and I got excited about seeing that it might be 30 next week. So that's exactly how my Midwest situation is right now. Just hoping that it's above freezing at any point in the future. Oh, of course. I mean, if you're a Phillies fan, you have to have been to the ones in Philly. That's great. The Vet must have been fun. And then Citizen Bank, right when it opened. I just like new stadiums. It's a different feeling,
The 1-0.
But I've been to 2. I've only been to the one in Phoenix and Miller Park. I was gonna go to Minnesota last year, actually, too. Yeah, Vet was a dump. It still would have been fun, though. I don't know. But, so you're an Eagles fan then too, Phillies fan? I'm sure usually guys who are fans of the Phillies are fans of the Eagles. And those You guys seem to be really hardcore too, from what I've heard about Philadelphia. But yeah, I was going to try to make it out to Minnesota last year. That didn't happen. I had a weekend planned for it where I was going to go to a couple. Not a football fan. Okay, hey.
Gotta believe that
It's all
runner
right.
from first is going to be in motion, especially.
You'll see me drinking on my Packer Cup the entire night.
Just hit something hard because those
But yeah, I was gonna go to Minnesota. I had a whole weekend planned for it, and it fell through because they didn't allow fans. So didn't happen. I'd still like to go to Minneapolis. Target Field's one of the best looking stadiums, at least in the show. So I think it'd be fantastic to see in real life. A good at bat going here from Marte.
And it's a foul ball.
Hey Noble, I'll take mid 40s with rain over the teens with snow.
Olsen is there.
Yeah, and then yeah, you're playing golf there. We're not playing golf in Wisconsin right now. At least I hope no one's playing golf in Wisconsin. Here's Mejia. He's our 9-hitter today, the veteran. But yeah, again, that's much better than sitting here in Milwaukee. Got nothing much to do. I don't play basketball. I don't really have other indoor sports that I enjoy necessarily. So the winter's kind of just dead time for me. Yeah, Bismarck, North Dakota. Yeah, you got it worse than I did then.
From the belt, kicks and deals.
I do not like that pitch.
Takes, and now he's down 0-2. I'm not
Yeah, I get
sure,
that. That's kind of my plan too. I'd like to go somewhere that's a little warmer, or at least a little more consistent in terms of the weather.
And the pitch changes up on him, but that's in the dirt for a ball.
Not sure where that'll be.
Throw over to the bag, and he's back easily. The 1-2. Popped
Nothing.
him up. Shannon waits on it. Makes the catch, and that'll retire the side.
Damn, yeah, so you've been all over the country then, Phillies fan.
So a run on 2 hits, no errors, and a man left. We'll go to the bottom half of inning number 2. Cleveland leads
Yeah, the 2 in
it
LA too.
1-0.
I went to spring training a couple times. That was pretty fun. I think I went to 6 games in 7 days or something like that.
Leading off the inning.
That was actually going to be the plan this spring break, and then I decided against it. Limited fans, of course, still for spring training. Dodger dogs are overrated. Yeah, I'm not at all surprised by that.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch.
Yeah, I went to the
Fastball here as he'll take
what was
a
it?
look at
Rancho?
ball one.
Rancho?
1-0.
No, that's not right. What's the name of the stadium in Arizona that the Dodgers play at? That's the one I went to,
Now
and I
here's
really
the
enjoyed
pitch.
that one. That game in particular. But I think all the games I went to were Brewers and someone else. Can't exactly remember the name of that
Hit
stadium
hard
right now.
down the left field line. But this is foul.
But yeah,
near
spring
the
training is
seats.
a fun experience. I'd like to go again at some point in the near future.
And
Of
the
course, not
knuckle
this
curve
year.
that time.
but-
Got him swinging, and that's the first out.
Yeah, Nationals Park is interesting because it's not like special or anything. I don't know. I don't see the real appeal. I don't mean to shit on Nationals fans, but I don't know. It's not as much of like a baseball or sports town in general as like a lot of the other ones on the East Coast. Like Boston, you feel it. Philadelphia, you feel it. Like Baltimore, I even get it. But like DC, like doesn't have the same like ring to it when you say like Washington D.C. is a sports town. That's of course different when the team's doing well, but I don't think that they care as much when the team isn't. Hey, I'm not taking sides though.
Center fielder on the run.
I'm not really a fan of any of the teams in the NL East, if I'm being honest, though. I hate him with a passion. Yeah, you must love Bryce Harper then now, huh?
Standing in,
Again, yeah, I have no stakes in the NL East. There's no team that particularly I like more than any of the others.
And the pitch. Sends that one out of
Should be a
play.
fun division in real life this year, though. Mets look good. Phillies look better. Phillies bullpen still needs work, it seems.
Behind 0-2 now.
And then I don't think the
And
Marlins
they'll try to
repeat
tip
as
him with
going
a
to the
curveball.
playoffs
This
either, even
bounces
with
in front of the plate, and it's 1-2.
expanded playoffs. I don't see that happening. Right on the corner there. No.
Outside and low that time. Now it's 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Noble, are you a Braves fan then? Since you're in Atlanta or near Atlanta? I think you said that before, actually. I'm pretty sure you
It's
are.
high and deep to center. Gone.
I don't think I'm ever going to rob a home run with this mechanic. Yeah, I mean, well, the Phillies, what was it? Is it the Bryce Harper beaning? Was that Cole Hamels? It was, right? In like his rookie year? Oh, see, there's a lot of guys I respect on those teams, too. I just don't care too much about the individual teams. I like the players a lot. I like Acuna. Seems great. I like the new pitching that the Braves have up. Yeah, it was Hamels. Yeah, that was fun because, I don't know, you kind of had the clash of like new school versus old school when Bryce Harper came up, and he seemed like an old school player. He just wasn't mature, if that makes sense. Like he's
a guy looking to break out.
He still is like a bat flip kind of guy, and like I'm gonna like
he or his club have been hoping for.
You know, wear my emotions on my sleeve, but he's still like he doesn't seem like the same like kind of new age player that we see now, if that makes any sense.
And he fouls this one off.
But yeah, that's a guy I don't like too much either, though, is Cole Hamels. Talked a lot of trash about the Brewers and then gets smacked by us.
And they'll try to bounce a curveball on 0-2.
That's the only slant for this stream, is I'll go hard against the Cubs.
Hit out towards second.
Quick 1-2-3 inning here. No speed for Olsen. There's no way he gets there. Older first baseman.
But the Royals are able to knock things up on the solo home run. We've played 2, all even at 1 apiece.
I am excited about the new Rob home run mechanic. It looks like there's at least going to be like a new way to control it or something. Again, I can't rob home runs to save my life. I think that's the 3rd or 4th one I've given up that was close.
You can't beat out a fly ball in this game.
Oh man, yeah, the Pirates are going to be terrible this year. Seriously, like they're not going to win 50 games. Even with how bad the Central is going to be, it's difficult. Like they're talking about Colin Moran as a trade chip. How do you market Colin Moran to other Major League Baseball teams? That one's going to drop, isn't it? Oh, this knocked this dude. But yeah, the Pirates don't really have much going for it. I think they have some prospects, and they have a few guys coming up soon, but beyond Brian Hayes, maybe Brian Reynolds, if you're a big Brian Reynolds fan, I just don't see it in Pittsburgh, at least not for the next, 3-4 years. Things can change like that, though, you know, but I don't see it for Pittsburgh.
Leadoff man aboard here in a 1-1 ball game. Out in front of a
let's go. Is that dropping? Yes, sir. Easily going to score from first. Webster's got great speed. Yeah, that's a good one, yeah. They also have Adam Frazier, though. Adam Frazier's worth something, right? Nice little bench bat. You can play some second and pitch. I don't see him as a starter either. Like most other teams, he's not starting, right? I might be wrong about that. I'd have to look at his numbers a little more, I guess. Again, that's not another guy that you're going to get like a big prospect for.
To the plate now, Max Taylor. As the first pitch to
I
him swung on and missed for strike 1. 0 for 1.
I like the quick rebuttal for us here in the top half of the 3rd. We gave up the lead and then took it right back. Helps to have the top of the order and speed on the bases, of course.
Ready with the 0-1 pitch.
And then if you're new here, I am playing on Hall of Fame. I like Hall of Fame the best. I'll play some Legend as well. And then online I was in a couple All-Star leagues. But I feel like Hall of Fame is a little better in general, and then Legend's probably the best. But this is a good like setup for me right now. And then I got my own sliders as well, Phillies fan, if you want to check those out in the vault.
Down the third baseline. Well, this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, Hall of Fame.
Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way.
Yeah, of course I go after that. That's the pitch I love to swing at and never have anything good happen when I go after it.
Down and away for the strikeout there. Not a whole lot to say about that pitch that hasn't been said a million times already. That's just a real tough pitch for a hitter to pick up out of a pitcher's hand. So they end up chasing when they're
Noble. The Pirates are frustrating too because they really missed on the Archer trade. I'm sure everyone agrees on that now. Meadows is a great, at least platoon player, and Glass now is probably a 2 or a 3. Like I don't see him as a 1 necessarily, but he's a good, nice starter there until Tampa Bay decides to dump him. And then Archer was nothing when they got him from Pittsburgh, or to Pittsburgh. Got him to Pittsburgh. Oh, I should have gone on that. But yeah, those Pirates are not winning their trades, at least from what I could tell. And then they always beat the Brewers, too. What's up with that? We had like a 5-game set. Mini ran here. We had like a 5-game set before the All-Star break in 2018 or 19. And I think they got swept right before the All-Star break. And it just dumped the team. How do you not beat the team that's 5th in your division? And consistently 5th. Yeah, Phillies fan, I did give you a follow. Yeah, I saw your postseason games. I like that you're playing against the Brewers. Glad to see that. And then, yeah, if you stream here and there, I have notifications on, so I'll definitely see some more of your content if you got it going. I haven't been on too much myself either. I think I only played twice last week, and I only have a couple days this week that I'm able to stream.
And a fastball blew it right by him.
Right past me.
On the mound, he's thinking, grab some.
Oh yeah, the Archer trade is definitely one-sided.
Almost everyone, the adjustment to hitting big league pitching.
Oh, you played every pitch.
Some guys have success when they first
Oh man, okay, yeah. I almost did that actually for my first franchise this year. I used my own roster. I did a 30-team rebrand, and then is that dropping? Yeah, it is. Look at that. It's 3-1. Yeah, I did a 30-team rebrand, and I played as one team, and I played pretty much until I got like a 6 or 7 run lead, and then I'll simulate the rest of the way of that one. And I played all 162 of that, of course, with those simulations. But yeah, I agree with that. I'm not a super big fan of simulating, and I got a good enough eye where the walk numbers are going to be there, and the strikeout numbers are going to be about where they should be based off of sliders and everything. So I'm not too worried about being last in walks and last in strikeouts kind of thing. But 162 just isn't always attainable. This year it was, but usually isn't. At least for my schedule. I'm in school. I'm about to be done actually, and then I work pretty much a full-time job on top of that. But yeah, this year was the first year I made it through 162, and it's the closest I got to playing every pitch for 6 months.
1-1, here it comes. Lays off the slider that time. 2-1.
There you go, Noble. Yeah, if it's in Excel, I'm all for that. I'd prefer Excel over having to write everything down. I'm just a really big fan of Excel in general. If you guys have seen my sheets that I've provided as a companion sheet for my roster.
Hey, he's had great command all day.
But yeah, you gotta have some sort of compilation of everything you've done. I agree. And then Phillies fan, you do the equipment edits for the Phillies too. I've seen those on OS a bunch. And then we're both in the Scout Scoops Discord. That was ball for. Yeah, you edit them before before you change the uniforms for every game, right?
On this pitch.
Like if they wear an alternate jersey, then you use the alternate equipment. That's nuts. That's a layer too far for me. That's ball 4. Oh, you're not on OS anymore. Okay. Well, I'd seen your stuff on OS before then. I was on OS for what, 9 years? So financial analyst, nice, Noble. That's cool. Yeah, Excel. I'm nuts for Excel too. Like I have the companion sheet that I post for the community. is about a fourth of what I actually have, like on my own computer, in terms of like, you know, player appearance, player attributes, certain other details, where guys are in the minors, prospect boards, jersey numbers. Just, I think I have what, 30 sheets on there, well over 1 million data points.
And that misses 2-1.
But yeah, and then of course, yeah, Phillies fan. Google Sheets works the same way as Excel. It's a little bit different, but I agree they're both great tools.
Hoping to limit the damage. Here's the pitch.
Come on.
And a fastball
Nothing
swung
there.
on and hit to second. Throw on to second for the
Lazeri doesn't do much with the bat for me. Doesn't have the same kind of like contact slap that Webster does.
And a couple of men left.
But we got 2 runs out of it. That's nice.
Number 3. The Spiders lead it 3.
Yeah, no, well, that's what the sheet's for. I always post it so you guys have an idea of what the roster will look like. New players or, you know, just in general. I even check it sometimes in game. I won't do that on stream exactly, but, you know, you're wondering, like, how good a control the opposing pitcher has, whatever it may be.
Which has led to a lot of media criticism, especially locally. One player told me it's obviously a huge problem that we need to figure out as a group, but until we start driving the ball like we think.
That's one thing that drove me away from the live rosters actually too. Is that I watch every Brewers game, and I have an idea of like how equipment works for every Brewers player, like every live Brewers player. So the equipment is really a miss in the game, and that was part of the reason why the fictional roster came to be, just because I just don't want to have to worry about equipment like you do. But yeah, if you don't think it takes super long, yeah, you got your own spreadsheet. So yeah, I bet it, what, 10 minutes editing before a game, probably even less.
Way inside with that one, a pretty easy take there.
Okay, yeah, Noble, that makes sense too. Yeah, I got an Excel companion sheet for this franchise actually too that I started before I started streaming, just to help me keep track of it, big time moves and everything, so I could talk about the games, the players in the games on stream, kind of thing. And then yeah, it's unfortunate because that's, I can't even say what, hundreds, almost 1,000 even hours of work. That's all going to have to be redone pretty much for the show 21. Because I really don't think the roster is going to transfer over. I'd like to be wrong about it. I'd like to at least move it over to the PlayStation 4 version if they don't redo player models on the current gen. But the speculation I've heard is that next gen is going to have new player models, and that's why players won't transfer over. I'd love to be wrong. I'd love to have individual players transfer and not franchise. I'd be okay with that. Usually don't transfer a franchise from one to the other. But we'll see. I don't know. Yeah, me too. I kind of gave up on it. I didn't really want it right away, the PlayStation 5 that is, but I've thought about it more as they've shown more gameplay, and I've heard people talking about the show on PS5, and honestly, like, I only play the show on PlayStation 4, so it'd be another console that I'd just buy for the show, which is exactly what the people in Sony want to hear, right? But it's not exactly worth it, you know, right now. It's not worth it until, you know, what, maybe April 15th, and I'll really start legitimately thinking about it, and I'll just carry everything over from 4 to 5, hopefully, or have both of them for a little while. We'll see. I'm not sure. Yeah, Noble, pure speculation, but again, it sounds like I'm not going to be able to move anyone from 20 to 21. So hopefully we're still able to move players from 21 to 22. And if that's the case, then I'll definitely recreate everybody. Because then it can continue to live beyond 21. But from what it sounds like, yeah, I'm going to have to recreate every single player again. And I'm just under 3,000 players right now. Just around 3,000. I'm not entirely sure what the number is. I haven't looked at it in a little while. So Again, pure speculation, but I'd like to hear from the community if they want to have me continue it, because it's a lot of work. I mean, I've already put in a lot of work to get this far.
That one in the zone that got fouled off.
And they'll try to get him fishing there, but
yeah, it does suck. I was thinking I could make players on stream. I think those might be a little dry, but I could do that.
Having a hard time putting this.
All right, yeah, have a good night, buddy. Thanks for joining me for a bit. But yeah, if I have to recreate everybody, it's not necessarily the end of the world, but it's pretty upsetting because it's going to take a lot of time.
Fouled away.
But then if they don't transfer from 21 beyond, then it's going to be wasted work again. Which is how I feel about 2016 to 2020.
And he'll get to see another one. It'll be the 10th pitch of this at bat.
That was ball 4.
Another
we'll see though.
Pitch home. And this is lifted high in the air down the right field line. And foul.
I thought you'd get to that. Yeah, appreciate it, Bullet. Yeah. I mean, the show 20 is so good as is. It's really too bad. That was ball 4. It's really too bad that they didn't get the Creative Stadium and rotating schedules in this year. And then this would have been, good enough for me too. Especially, I would just pause the show. I'd stop buying. I wouldn't buy the PlayStation 5. I would just keep going here. But I'm not sure if that's going to be the move going forward. We'll see. Oh, of course, yeah, definitely. I don't even play franchise mode with regular rosters anymore. And I'll play online a little bit. I wish that we got custom leagues with my roster too. How do you have a mode called custom leagues, but you can't customize anything? What's the point of calling it custom? That was frustrating too, because I really thought they'd patch it in where we could do something like that. Ooh, I thought that was low. But yeah, definitely my preferred way to play. I've heard that from a bunch of people on OS, on here, on Twitter, and it's just too bad that the real rosters don't have the same kind of depth, and they don't have, the same kind of replayability.
Line drive snagged on a short.
And there's nothing I can do about that. So, again, I think they do a great job with the tools they're given, and just take another step forward and add the personality and add the, the layers of players being bad at things. Like, why are there guys in the minors who are in the high 70s or the mid 70s even? I never understand that.
Things not looking very good so far in this one, but we're still in the middle innings. They're down by a couple of runs, and
so here we go to the 4th. Wait, 2, 3, 4 in their lineup here. Sawyer's the second baseman. Swung at the first pitch both times. And if I am, able to continue the roster over, hopefully we get the same kind of depth in terms of player creation and roster creation in general. I'd like to be able to edit options. I've been on that for a while. I'd like to be able to edit service time, or player stats would be the biggest one right now, because all the player stats, like most of the guys in my roster are straight up, I did all the stats for them. Like, I simulated in a franchise to get the numbers that they're at, and I can't duplicate that necessarily without having to do it again. So why isn't there like a tool where I can edit everything about a player like that? Every single thing.
Line drive to left.
All right, we get through Garrison here. That's good. Yeah, Noble, my current plan is that I'll play, I do still play online a bit for 21. So I'll buy 21 to play online, and then I'll keep 20 and keep this franchise going and play on Twitch on MLB 21.
Into the box.
And yeah, we'll see.
Shannon comes into this at bat 0 for 1.
Or sorry, on MLB 20. I'd play this roster on MLB 20. And then yeah, if they make it easy so I can transfer stuff over, then I'd love to play this on 21. Especially with the stadium creator, I'd like to be able to create a stadium for my spiders, but might not happen.
He's a veteran of 7 years at the major league level. Swing, and he pops him up. Throw in foul ground, and this will land foul. And this one runs a little too far in, ball 2.
Oh yeah, it's way too many. Yeah, I wish that I had a number to provide as well. I do know from rough estimates
Here's a good breaking ball as it gets
so I started in 2016. I put 1,000 hours into the show every year since then. Like on a yearly basis, I put 1,000+ hours into the show. So my guess would be, I mean, I'm probably around 700 to 800 hours just on creating the roster over 4 years. And that's a conservative estimate. I really don't know what the actual number is. Yeah, and of course, yeah, you got to get over 1,000. If you played every day, I mean, I'll have some like days where I play for 12 hours and it makes up for me not playing much the next day or the day after that. Just, you get a weekend here or there.
New inning set to get underway.
Yeah.
And next to bat will be the outfielder, Lenny Andrews.
Get 20 MLB 20 to live in franchise mode at least. It's not the best franchise, but it's better than starting clean in my mind. At least at this point. Yeah, and my thought is if I can at least get, it would be player attributes and just get a shallow, like, it would just be player attributes and then service time. And then that would be enough to at least get a franchise going. Then I can edit visuals later on, and I can edit, contract details and everything later on. But at least you get like that for a franchise.
3-0 now.
But it's going to take time. It's going to be a while before the roster appears on 21.
Now here's the pitch.
When you land that first strike. Okay.
The 3-1 pitch. Pops this one up. Rosado is under it. He's got it one away.
Okay. Sorry, I got to reply to this text.
Ready for another shot now. Max Taylor. He'll look to bounce back.
So here's Max Taylor. Chen got the first out on 5 pitches. I got to a 3-1 count, and then I popped up with low fastball. I hate that. I always pop up low pitches because I get the PCI so low.
Up around the letters with that one for ball 2.
That was a tempting pitch to swing at right there. A big power guy like this really wants something that he can elevate and drive out of the ballpark.
Three to 1 our score as we play inning number 5.
So here we go, 3-0 to Taylor. I usually take on 3-0.
A strike, and it's 3-1.
Hey, there aren't too many power hitters in the game that would let that pitch go by.
That was ball 4. Not even close. What am I doing?
Throw in time at first for round number 2.
Appreciate it, buddy. Thanks for the sub. I don't have a notification for that apparently. I thought that I did. But thanks, Noble. And then yeah, if you're curious, actually, I'm probably gonna ask for some help in the community and try to do a bare bones version of the roster. Of course, if it doesn't transfer from 20 to 21, and get some people to help at least make the first versions of the players on 2021, and then at least we'd have some sort of a Bacon's fictional roster in 2021. It'd be easier for, I'm just going to guess here, 5 people to do it than it would be for just myself. And the quality might be a little inconsistent, but it would at least be better than not having one at all. And that's the current thought, is that I might ask for some help from some people. Again, we just need to know more information about it. Yeah. And we just don't know information. We just don't know how the show is going to be. So.
Welcome back for the bottom of the fifth. Here's Heidi Watney.
And then, of course, the OSFM or what does he call them now? The Riding rosters. Those are going to be a higher priority than my own roster. I'll be working on those again this spring. And that'll be a higher priority than my roster. And then I'll start working on my own roster after that is completed. So I've been doing that since 2013 or 2014. 2014.
Smoke toward third.
What a play by Rowe.
Look at the sliding stop. And the first out of the inning is a beautiful one.
This is going well.
Play.
Knock on wood, of course. But a good start to this game. Jonathan Gore's been fantastic. Just giving up the one home run. And I think, is that the only hit? Yeah, it was the only hit. And I didn't have a walk on top of it.
One ball, no strikes, the count.
So my chair likes to sneak down on me. Don't like that.
And he fouls this one off. One run, just one hit, and no errors so far for the Royals. Hit to first. He's got it.
There we go.
And he'll step on first himself for the out. At the plate, Nick Olson.
Here's Nick Olson, first baseman here for the Royals. I believe he's a Diamondback. Is he a Diamondback? No, he's a Met initially
First pitch of the at-bat
on the new
its
roster.
way.
I was thinking I actually did a few more roster adjustments after I released the Bacon Stream roster, and I was going to make, as many players as I could before the new game dropped, and I just gave up hope on that because we might not have anything transfer, so I stopped all my roster work.
Make it to second base now with two gone. Finally, a little something for them to get excited.
So my guess would be that the Bacon Stream roster is going to be the closest thing we have to Bacon's Fictional 2021. It depends on, of course, if we can transfer it to the next game.
Who knows what kind of role they can get on. Got to take it one good at-bat at a time.
Yeah. He is Mets on the Stream roster. Okay. Yeah, no, I had him on the Diamondbacks for a long time. And then I swapped him to the Mets.
First pitch coming, here it is.
And he's a bench backup first baseman.
Stands in as he looks at ball one here.
Hit a home run against you the first time he pitched, so nice. Hey, as long as it wasn't Rex West, that's the guy you know to avoid for the Mets.
Is swung on and driven out to right center field. A
that was
ball
a
that's
bad
well
pitch.
hit.
I wanted it on the other side.
And get your groove on. It's in.
Speaking of home run, there you go.
For a home run.
Royals got two of them now.
So it's a two-run shot to right center. 12 home runs for him now thus far. And the Royals will draw level now at 3 apiece.
That's why you never say you're doing well. Said we're off to a good start and then give up 2 runs here in the 5th, and we're tied. That was the first time I had to pitch with Gore out of the stretch. I forgot about his different arm angle. Completely different arm angle from the wind into the stretch.
And he puts it on the ground to second. Reined in.
So still 5 good innings, just one of them that wasn't as good.
Ends the inning. The Royals come up with a pair, however, on this 2-run home
Oh, that's good
run.
though. Hey, that's all that matters, right? Because you got Gavin Cook. If you got the power to back up the home runs you give up, then it's going to be fine. And yeah, just know which guys to try to pitch around. Rex West is probably at the top of that list for a right-handed hitter. I had him on my Blackjacks franchise. He was a fantastic right-handed bat, well over 340 home runs in my single season.
From the stretch.
And I like his stance a lot. I believe it's Caleb Cowart. He plays for the played for the Angels. I tried to give better players in the roster stances for players that didn't do much in the majors in real life, so you get the variation of stances as well. That's not always the case, but that was the big decision there for a lot of good players in the roster.
With the fastball, it's 1-1.
12 homers in 20 games. Oh my goodness! I'm not a big fan of the he's on pace for stats, but that should be a fun one, right?
Takes one off the inside corner for
is it 20? It's times 8, so 12 times 8 is what? Is it 96? He's on pace for 96 home runs. It's got to be more than that.
Ooh, he's really given some leeway on the outside edge here. 2-2 now.
What is it? 12 times 8. Oh, that sounds right. 96 because it's 48 and then plus another 48 is 96. Yeah, it is. I can do math.
Line drive, and that's a base hit into center field.
97. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I was rough estimating, of course. 20 and 162 don't go into each other cleanly.
And I'm sure he'll take him, but the guys on the other side of the scorecard might be thinking we really avoided a.
There's Rowe with another big knock. He had the double in the third inning, I believe. So you have projections on that sheet then too, Noble. That's cool. Of course, given your job, it couldn't be too hard to do that. Oh, that's
chasing a bad one there. It's strike one.
Keep forgetting that Chen doesn't throw hard. Yeah, fastball might get to 90.
He can drive another one out of the park.
Everything else is in the 70s.
Back in the second.
Yeah, it can't be difficult at all then, yeah.
The 0-1.
Yeah, all my Excel work is for fun. So I do what I want necessarily, not exactly, you know, those kind of projections.
He can adjust before you do.
1-1.
Here we go. Let's ball down.
In the dirt here.
Cutlass looked good behind the plate. He had that one that really squirted away, but other than that.
Runner aboard at first with nobody out in a 3-3.
Wow, by umpires. By batting order slot too. That one's interesting as well, especially in the show because you know you don't have the same kind of you know, what am I trying to say? Player psychology. They don't care as much. I'm guessing these fictional players don't care as much about batting order spots as real people.
But this one will bend foul.
But that's interesting, and by umpires is interesting too.
Deck.
I know they aren't tied in franchise, but like umpires are like tied to certain stadiums online, and that really bugs me. I don't pay enough attention to know even who the umpires are.
We'll see if he can figure out a way to wiggle out of this.
Yeah, cool. It's cool though. Yeah, I have like wins losses versus teams. I have some splits against teams. Everything changes so much though. It's difficult to keep track of all of it. And I try to like keep the franchise stuff I have different than the roster stuff I have, because I don't want to have that kind of slant going forward. What's up, Stealth? Welcome, buddy. What is that, Tatis? Oh, that's cool. Those are cute. Excited to see him on the cover. I want to see more of those ads with the puppets. Not really. I don't really even need to say that. I'm sure there's going to be a bunch more with the puppets. That was a terrible pitch to swing at. Change up down. And that's a fastball up.
Away.
Oh, really? That's interesting, though. I didn't even think about that. I'm sure at least, what is it? The 8th spot in a National League lineup, you're going to get lots of fastballs. That's pretty much the only one I get. I mean, I don't follow necessarily the patterns of other batting slots. That's interesting. I gotta start thinking about that then, I guess, Noble. Fun. Something I did not know before.
Back up the middle. Fielded cleanly to second for one.
That's the hardest hit ball I've had all night.
They get them both.
I hit it right to the shortstop.
That's not the guy you're going to see doubled up very often, so that was.
But yeah, that's interesting. That's something I'm definitely going to have to think about. Try to follow the pattern. I know it's a lot more fastballs, or like less challenged fastballs, the 3 and 4 guys. So you kind of like got to hit the ones that are more up or more down. But that's interesting. That's like, I hate to keep using the same word, but it's really interesting. Huh.
First offering on its way.
Oh, there's a fastball right by him. Come on now.
Great
You see,
job
I
by
know where
everyone involved right there. Executing.
Stealth, what games are you playing now?
I
haven't seen your name too much
There's still
recently.
a guy standing on third base. He still needs one more out.
Haven't been on Twitch too much to watch in the last couple weeks. I wish that I had been. I just don't really have the time right now.
Sharp ground ball to third.
Wow, we had first and second, and nobody out, and I didn't even get a run out of it. And inconsistent. Okay. Yeah, I saw you were playing NCAA 14. I like that. Yep, I'm hyped for baseball too. You better be as a Blue Jays fan. Squad's looking good. especially like Semyon. I wish he came to the Brewers. We need a third baseman still. Please send help.
Bottom of the inning now, and next will be a speed
But
threat in the form of
yeah, right. And then so much young talent for the Jays too. It seemed, what is it, more pitching than it is hitting, but
First pitch of the at-bat on
still
its
exciting.
way.
And then so many young guys in the lineup already too.
Center fielder on the run. He's there. And
Could definitely see them getting a wild card, or if the Yankees
Now,
get the injury bug again this year, then I'm sure they have a shot at the division. You need pitching, yeah. There's a couple bigger prospects though that you have coming, like Pearson should be up. Who do I want? Let's think about Tracy, or is the 6th? Let's do Peterson. And then I'm going to think about Davis because I might need a lefty at some point. Pearson should be in the rotation. That's good. I'm excited to see him.
Here it is. Swing and a liner.
Yeah, I don't know too much more about the Jays beyond that. Lots of
And
position
this
player
will find
depth.
the wall deep in the corner. The relay. And he's able to hustle his way up to second as he'll reach
one or
here
two
with a
more.
two-base hit.
Who they just signed? Oh no, they were in the running for Paxton.
11-game hitting streak. You think
Yeah.
he knows
No,
it's
I'm
at
sure
11?
they'll at least try for somebody else then, right? Give Pearson a shot to get to the rotation, and then if he doesn't, then they'll just have some guy on a minor league deal get the 5 spot, right? Not many guys signed minor league deals this year though. It was the weirdest offseason in recent memory. I'm just happy Paxton didn't go to the Mets. I like him going to Seattle because they're not too much of a threat necessarily. They seem like they're a second, maybe third place team with the Mariners, especially if those outfielders come up this year. Kelenic and Rodriguez.
Fastball just misses.
Walker's still out there too. Yeah, I've seen rumors of him going to the Brewers. I don't like him as much of a fit as with the Brewers. Odorizzi is a good one too. There's still one more starter though, right? Oh. One more like other really big guy. Noble, I hope so. Especially with the Brewers. Give me 1 or 2 more starters. But yeah, once camp's open, yeah, I'm sure you're going to be thinking more about it. And what is it? There's like a limit where you can only have 75 players on your camp this year because of COVID stuff. So I'm sure that every team's going to only list 68 to 72 maybe, and then think about adding a few more guys via free agency still. I would think every team would be thinking about that.
Line to the left side. Foul.
Yeah, Odorizzi to the Brewers too. I'd like that, or Walker. Give me somebody, please.
Here's one that misses high. It's 1-1.
Yeah, I don't really like his slot out of the stretch, if I'm being honest.
1-2 now as that one's fouled off. A runner on first with
Braves in a really good position, yeah. Again, the East is so close. The NL East, that is so close.
And he comes back
I could see any team, except for the Marlins, winning it.
And the inning is over. It's a run on 2 hits here for KC.
But yeah, depth is where it is. Get some minor league deals going.
Royals out in front, 4-3.
We were in control for most of this game, and we're giving it away now. It's because you guys got me talking. That's the problem. It's Carlos Aquino.
Bullpen now to start inning number 7.
Yeah, I'm sure everyone needs another pen option and another bench option too.
Leading off the inning,
Mejia.
Mejia, and they'll need him to get something going.
Again, just the one game today. I'll probably be back either tomorrow or Tuesday. We will see. Trying to stream at least twice a week. Tuesday used to be like my dedicated day. That's the one I wanted going into this. And then Tuesday kind of closed up on me in terms of my real life schedule.
And he falls behind 0-2.
So we'll see. There's 0-2 to Mejia now. I'm not a big fan of him.
Nothing in 2 count, and
I think I just have him on a 1-year deal. Aquino throws hard too for a left-hander. He's kind of like the hater Andrew Miller kind of type. Throws harder, left-handed option, and then he's got some stamina. He should. I think I had his stamina higher when I made him initially, and then he was just too overpowered. But he could be like a 2-inning guy. And he gets that call. Okay.
Ready with the 0-1. This is popped up, and he'll squeeze this one for the
Yeah, I
second
wasn't going to
out.
get 2 of those in this game.
So stepping in, Lenny Andrews.
Here's Andrews. He's better against lefties. Again, you guys know that is the theme. I like looking at platoon options, and that was not a good pitch to go after. But, you know, I'm well aware of which guys are better against which handedness and what situation they're going to do better in. And for Andrews, it's always against left-handers. Better against lefties. Not this left-hander.
From wrapping up a very good innings work out of the bullpen here.
And here's a pitch
Okay,
inside,
yeah, just take
and
one in
that
the hip.
got him.
That's good.
Wow, you never want the tying run on base, especially that way.
There's Taylor,
Looked like
though.
he lost his release point and the ball ran inside until it caught him. Now we'll see if he can work around it.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes.
Oh, come on now.
We're in the 7th inning now of a 4-3 ball game. And here's a sinker.
He's coming after me.
Too much dart to it there as it just about came in and nailed him.
I haven't shouted him out since the first episode, so I'll do it again now. Kasabi made the logos for me. I got his logo as a patch, pretty much, on the jerseys as well. But if you need a logo made for DD or for your relocation, look at Kasabi or send him a DM.
Take one for the boys. Hit by pitch right there. Now a couple good ABs and we're on the board.
So now it'll be the 4-hole hitter.
Tracy, he hasn't been hitting at all for me, so I'm going to pinch hit. He's playing first base. I'm going to do Ortiz, and then we're going to move Mejia to first.
Yeah,
I would love to get something going with Ortiz here. This is Marco Ortiz, the left fielder. Plays all 3 spots in the outfield. He's best in left. Marco Ortiz. Yeah, I got a hit batsman and then a single right up the middle. His sinker, that's the pitch. I just don't like trying to hit sinkers. That's not a good one for me to go after, and I went after it anyways. Sinkers down like that are always something I'll swing at.
Trying to hold the lead. Here's the delivery.
It's the same one, just off the plate.
Big spot. 2 out, possible tying and go-ahead runs on base. Hit the other way out toward right field. And the 2-out throw.
Nothing doing here, so we're still down a run going into stretch time. Yeah, sinkers are overpowered. Honestly, like it had been change-ups for me forever. Like I couldn't be able to tell a straight change-up from a low 4-seam fastball. And now the sinker's the same kind of thing. Like it even when they dart over a little bit, it's terrible. And then online, when people use high sinkers, oh, I'm done with it. Ortiz will play left, like I said, and then I'm going to move Mejia to first. That's his primary. Shore up the defense at least a little bit in the outfield. And again, Tracy just hasn't been hitting for me. I got to think about some other bat in the lineup. I'm not entirely giving up on this season, but we're well below 500 here for the Cleveland Spiders. I believe it was 57-70 coming in was our record. And that's not good. So here's Nick Olson. Actually, I'm going to think about it.
Well, he got a good pitch to hit last time up.
That looks pretty
for it
decent
up in the
against
zone and didn't
left-handers.
miss it.
I'm going to pull
Those are the
Gore here
pitches
now,
you only
though.
get. Maybe
This is
once an
Jordan
AB,
Davis.
maybe
He's a
once
left-hander I got from the
maybe once a week.
Nationals.
So he certainly capitalized on it last time.
Your attention, please.
Now time called here is here comes the skipper from the third base dugout.
Pretty upset this one got away from me, too.
So it would appear that's
Again, we didn't
all
have a
for
big
his starter
lead.
tonight.
But we had control of this
So he'll
game for the
depart
most
after
part.
6 in the third,
Gotta hope the
and he'll
bullpen
have
doesn't give
no
up
shot at a
anything.
victory here in this one.
I do like Davis a lot out of the
And it's
bullpen.
0-1 to the
Got that
Kansas
Freddie
City first
Peralta
baseman.
delivery. Brewer. Freddie Peralta.
Strike 2 swinging.
I'm a
just
big
out
fan
in
of
front
that
the
man,
slider.
too. Out of the Brewers bullpen.
A windup and the 0-2 pitch.
Hopefully he stays for a long time.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. Fouled away.
Oh, come on now.
Foul ball.
Go fastball up and in again. Come on, you can't.
Another 0-2
that.
coming.
Oh, wow. That wasn't even close to the strike zone. He still fouled it off. He goes after the changeup down. Let's go. Left on left changeup isn't always the smartest, but it works there.
Well, you know you made a real nice
Big strikeout for Jordan Davis. Took, what was that, 8 pitches?
That tells me that
7
there's
pitches?
a lot of
Something like that.
deception in that pitch right now.
Ready to take his hacks
And then here's
again.
Rosado.
Rosado, as he'll look
Yeah, I
to
don't know how he
follow up
did.
the
He
two-run
really
homer
turned it
he
around,
launched
though.
over the wall last time up.
At least just to spoil the pitch, it's a nice approach.
Hey, they say solos
hit a
won't kill us,
fastball
but
that's
I
in
gotta
on you
believe
like
this
that.
guy's looking to do exactly
I'm sure it's a lot
that.
easier in a video game than it is in real life, too.
2 out, nobody
I could
on.
never hit a high fastball in.
Drilled on the ground is short,
Gosh.
right to him. Throw pulls the first baseman off the bag.
Man, there's just
missed
no
that meter just
excuse
a
for a
little
middle
bit.
infielder to make a play like that, especially your shortstop. Looked like a routine play, but for some reason, he just pulled the first baseman.
That's the most
off the
routine they
bag.
get right
It
there,
happens,
too.
But you never want to give a team extra outs.
That's really frustrating.
Digging in now for Kansas City, Dane Cutliff.
Exactly, yeah, me too, Noble. Yeah, fastball down and away, that's the one that I always, flick it to right field, hope for the best.
For a strike. And he takes this one high, 1-1. From the stretch. Takes this the other way to right. Andrews.
There we go,
is
Andrews.
there, and he'll
So
make
no
the
damage
catch
on
to
the
retire
error.
the side.
We're through
One
7,
left
still
for
down
Kansas
just 1
City,
run.
But they hang on to a 1-run lead.
Let's see if
4-3.
Aquino stays in, and I got to hit off that sinker some more. I guess no.
Barron has been summoned from the bullpen as he'll
Exactly,
also
yeah.
start the eighth.
Everything in moderation, but bullets in the gap. Love me. Opposite field line drives like that. Here's Eli Barron. He was originally the closer for the Royals when I made the roster initially. I think Pickett is the closer now. Darryl Pickett. This is Eric Rowe. I got 5, 6, and 7 this frame. And then Barron doesn't throw hard, as far as I remember. Right? Is it him, or am I confusing him with what's the name of the guy in? Is it Cody Smart in Baltimore? He doesn't throw that hard either.
The 1-0.
Slider at 90? Yeah, no. So he does throw hard. I'm thinking of Smart. What am I doing?
Tried to hold up there.
Okay.
Field down to first and no swing. It's ball 2.
So here in the 8th, I'm just down 1 run. Need something going.
He's set and the 2-1 pitch. To 2-2 now.
Not even close on the PCI, too. You guys should just not even look at the bottom left corner.
Velocity on it. The game has changed.
That one's off the plate, though.
Fastball didn't
Great
miss
take by
much,
Rowe.
and it's a full
Not by
count
me,
now,
that was by Rowe.
3-2.
You know he's probably cheating on that inside
We got a
pitch
full count
after
now.
he got jammed earlier. If you're on the mound right now, you want to try to hit that.
That's ball
Oh,
4, and it hit him.
That pitch got
So does he
away
get
and ended
both?
up hitting
He gets a
it,
hit by
so
pitch
he'll
and a
get
walk
down
on that?
first on the hit by pitch.
Wow, you never want
pretty
to
sure.
run on base, especially that way.
Because
Looked
one
he
doesn't
lost
overrule
his
the other,
release
right?
point, and the ball ran inside until it
I don't
caught
even
him.
know how
Now
you'd
we'll
put
see
that in
if
the
he can
book.
work
Does he
around
get 2 plate appearances if he walks and he gets a hit by pitch? I'm very confused by what just happened here. Eric Rowe is the third baseman. Should I run with Osborne? I could run with Ortiz, too. Azeri played second. Actually, I couldn't run with Ortiz. I don't have anyone else to play third. Right? Andrews, Ortiz, Taylor. Yeah, no, if I ran at all, I'd have to run with Osborne so he can play third, because no one else plays third. Yeah, let's run with Casey Osborne here. Hope for something in the gap here.
Come on now and pinch run here.
Number 10. Casey.
Oh, yeah, me too, Noble. Yeah, not even close. I'm better at pitching than I am at
Crucial
hitting.
moment here and standing in, Darnell Reyes. And he does so representing the possible go-ahead run.
Now, the PCI placement in general, or my PCI placement in general, is awful. It's consistently
Here
bad.
comes the first pitch.
1-0.
See, I'm good on timing. I'm a pretty good guess hitter, I think, too. I know what pitches are going to be coming. But my spot on my PCI is just not good. It's kind of why I tend to use
The 1-0.
analog instead when I'm slumping.
Nice adjustment out on the mound.
But there's no like contact version of analog. I like the contact approach or the power approach kind of thing. That's the best part about zone and directional.
1-1.
But analog has a good feel to it in my mind. Always has. But yeah, you make a good point, Noble. If I'm dropping the PCI all over the place here and hitting bombs on Hall of Fame, you guys are going to look at me a little different. I'm sure.
4-3 our score here as we play the 8th.
Oh. Yeah, same Noble. Yeah, I need to know what's coming. I'm a strict guess hitter.
Now he gets on top of one here and chops it foul.
And usually, at least the way that I've been doing it for my last league was I was always looking for a fastball up, and then if it wasn't a fastball up, I'd react and bring the PCI down. So the PCI would start up, and then I'd bring it down.
The next 3-2.
And that, ooh, I don't like that call. And that worked pretty well for a few games, but that was on, again, Hall of Fame, so it's difficult to react like that. You got to be on the PCI consistently. Yeah, and that was right at the bottom of the zone. I don't like it. That's the pitch that it's in a blind spot for me in the zone. That's just Lazeri with a bullet. We're going to tie the game here. Lazeri should get the third on this. There's no way Sanchez gets me out at third here. No way. Let's go! It's a huge triple for Desmond Lazeri. Very safe at third base. He could have been standing. It's his fourth triple right down the right field line. Tie this game up. So the pinch runner was a fantastic move by me there. And it's nice to have a guy with 99 speed on my bench. And Lazeri, again, he probably could have been... Oh, no, maybe not. Either way, into third. Huge knock. Huge knock. And now they got to bring the infield in because there's only one out.
To the plate now, Joaquin Marte.
But yeah, same thing, Noble. And then I lose games because I don't get on the sequences. Or, you know, we play 0-0 into the... I had one where we were... it was 1-1 into the 16th. And I hit a go-ahead home run in the 7th. Oh my gosh. I don't ever want to waste 2 hours of my life like that again.
Oh, and that looked like the very definition of flailing.
Didn't think it'd be a slider.
The offensive approach here is simple. You know
One
the
and
pitcher's
one
going for
here.
the K, so set your sights middle of the plate. And then don't worry about the infielders. They're so close, hard contact.
Again, that's the one I like to go after. If that's over the plate just a little bit more, then that's one I can shoot the right.
2-1 pitch. And it's fouled away.
2-2 in Marte. I have Mejia on deck.
Working for the punch out and the offering.
Not
and a
even
swing and a
close.
miss. He struck him out, and a big out there as the
12 innings, dude. Okay. Yeah, then you walked off with a home run. Fantastic. Yeah, I had a custom league where I had, I think I gave up one hit, and I struck out 21 or 22 with Sandy Alcantara. Something nuts like that. Felt bad for the guy, too, because he wasn't getting to the high fastballs, and he was swinging at a lot of stuff that was down.
So now to the plate, DeVore.
And I mean, like, I don't throw, I'm not a dirt baller necessarily in leagues, but I was throwing down for the most part there. And he wasn't getting to anything low or high. Here's Mejia. Oh my gosh, this slider looks just like his fastball. Didn't move the PCI enough either. That was right on the corner, too. That's a beautiful pitch. Now it's got to be another one. Yep, playoff place. We at least tie the game. I'd love a big knock here from Mejia. 1 and 2. I'm going to be looking to right field.
And he struck out again.
Again, I knew it was going to be that pitch.
He's gone down on strikes in this one.
Had it a little bit further off the plate than I thought it was going to be. But Lazeri gets the big knock. They're not even going to show that. Okay, that's fine. Desmond Lazeri with a triple. There he is. He'll play third base. I think it makes more sense for him to play third then, right? I don't think anyone else can play third, actually, for me. Just a quick double check. Lazeri is just second and short. Again, this kind of thing is intentional, that I have a few guys that just don't want to play other positions. Andrews only plays corners. Taylor doesn't even play right. Ortiz plays all three. yeah, I don't have anybody I can put at third except for Mejia, but then I don't have anyone to put at first. So Osborne has to play third. I don't love that. As you can see, his arm strength and arm accuracy. But that's better than playing someone at their secondary. Or not at their secondary. It's better than playing someone who doesn't have it as their secondary. So here comes Zach Peterson. It is the 8th inning here. And we are tied. Zach Peterson, 5 pitches for a reliever.
Fouled away.
Love that. I didn't do it too often. It's usually 3 or 4 pitches for relief pitchers. But a 5th pitch is fantastic.
Swinging strike,
and you got a guy like this coming out of the pen.
Can't quite nip the corner. It's a ball off the outside. Peterson has over 40 innings on his line so far and sports an ERA right around the major league average at just over 4.
All right, let's do the cutter in. Down and in's not great. It's still lefty, but ooh, nothing doing there from Justice. He's more of a defender anyways. He's kind of a leadoff guy, but I think I'd prefer to bat him lower in the lineup. Steal some bases, hit for a little bit of power, but I think he's better against lefties. Tyrell Justice. And here's Sawyer. I believe he's also better against left-handers. And then here comes Garrison. Mike Garrison is the 3-hitter for the Royals. If you're not playing with my newest roster, you should be. That's Bacon's Stream roster, or just Bacon's Stream roster. That has a few new players on it, updated faces and attributes. So take a look at that and start a new franchise if you haven't already. That is the best of my work, in my opinion.
Hard hit ball to second.
There we go. We get through Garrison, too. So we'll be tied with the top of the order coming up here in the 9th inning.
Royals go down 1-2-3.
Fantastic. Let's get something here. Webster, Andrews, and Taylor. We have 4 more hits than them, but the same run total. Would love a couple knocks here. And it'll still be against Barron. So my one hit last inning was with a left-handed hitter. I'll have a left-handed hitter now, Webster. Get something going here.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Now a swing, and he gets him to pop it up.
Yes, it is.
On a base hit.
There we go.
The
That's how you do it right there. Start off with a single.
Hey, they're not all beautiful.
Again, I like Webster so much because you get so many of those hit types. Just the dumb dink pop-ups like that happen to land. And I love it. With a contact swing there, first pitch.
Lenny Andrews. And it's
still going after the first
foul
one.
down the line.
Oh, and Barron's hurt. Oh my gosh. He's clutching at his rib cage and is wincing quite a bit. Oh, Lee and Ray are the same kind of thing, yeah. Not going to be serious, but Barron is coming out. Okay. Here's Travis Starks. He is a killer out of the bullpen. At least in terms of stuff. He's not there with the per-nines, but his stuff is good. And then, yeah, Bloop City, of course. Yeah, Andrews is at the top of that list for me. And then, who's the other guy? Lazzari is going to be the other one here on Cleveland. I do have the Kings as a joint franchise. I'm using both of them in the same file. Oh! He's going to get the out, though. Oh, my gosh. I thought that was at least going to be a hit. Oh, so we get the runner to second there. I have the Kings, or it was the Braves. They're now the Kings as my second team in this franchise. I think you've seen that, Mobile. But this is a 2-team franchise for me. I don't do trades with each other, and I won't play them if they play against each other.
Go-ahead runs in scoring position here with 1 away.
Here's Max Taylor. Need a knock. Again, you see Starks throw 99 as well. Left-hander with velocity. He's got 2-0, though. Doesn't have the same control as Aquino did earlier in this one.
3-0.
Just in. You have? Okay, good. Yeah, it's tough for me to keep track of followers, even though I don't have it. But yeah, knowing you're from Atlanta and knowing I'm playing as an Atlanta team, I should keep track of that, though, huh? My first time trying anything like this. This streaming is all new to me. This is what, the 6th week of it?
And no doubt about this one, it's in there, 3-1.
Again, not an excuse, but glad to have you.
Guesswork goes out the window. This is certainly that.
Got a 3-1 count now. I'm guessing Starks is throwing a fastball. He has 4-seam, 2-seam, and a curveball. He's only throwing 1 curveball. It's got to be a 4-seam.
Pickoff move to second. A dive,
Can't take that lead. He's going to throw over again.
Go ahead runs in scoring.
We'll have a Kings game tomorrow or Tuesday. It'll depend on when I stream again.
Just behind the fastball there. 2 strikes now.
Big fastball is definitely.
Oh yeah, Bullet. It's completely different now. Yeah, it was 3-1. I'm guessing when you left.
Hit high and deep to right.
Is that going to be past him? Well, that's easily going to be in the gap. Let's go. We take the lead here. It's a ground rule double. Okay, that could have easily been a triple. But yeah, Bullet, I'm guessing you left when it was, what, 3-1? And gave up a home run, gave up the lead, in fact, and then just took it back in the 8th, or in the 8th. Yeah, you just missed that. We're back now in the 9th, just took the lead. I'm going to have to warm up my closer. This is a huge back-and-forth game here. Nice action between the two teams. I need Freddie Castillo, and I want you to come in to pitch. Yeah. Think about Dante Tracy, too. At least just have him up. I'd love to get another run here. We only have 1 out, so there's much more that can happen in these next couple batters. There's 100 from Starks. Again, he's got the stuff.
Ooh, that was some gas. Triple digits.
Yeah, I traded Taylor for Keys. Or Keys for Taylor, the other way around. And then it was 2 other guys with from the Reds. I think it was 2 A prospects.
The 1-2. Weak
or Nina
grounder
B,
back
I
to
don't
the
remember.
mound. And
yeah, thanks, Bullet. Yeah, this has been a good back-and-forth game. Glad that we're on top right now.
Settling in now, Casey Osborne. No official at bat for him, but
yeah, Taylor, Max Taylor's initially the Reds center fielder. And I got him for my best player, Paul Keys.
Looking to keep this a 1-run game, the pitch.
And Keys is a pending free agent, so it's really just me giving up 2 months of Keys for what looks like 5 years of Taylor.
1-0, here it is. Boy, that
I don't like that. Fastball right on the corner there.
1-1.
Oh my gosh.
1-run
Okay.
game here in the top.
Osborne isn't much with the bat. I've shown him a lot. He is one of my favorite players on the roster, on the entire Bacon's Fictional roster. Really unique player. Really toolsy, as the scouts would call him here.
For the 9th.
That's kind of my interpretation of when you hear guys toolsy. He's got high 70s, 80s, sometimes even 90s attributes.
Sanchez is under it, and he makes the catch for out number 3.
And that's the 3rd out right there. Max Taylor with the big double, though.
A run will score in the inning on his RBI double.
Okay.
Last chance coming
Here
up
is
for the
Freddie
Royals,
Castillo.
and the visiting club leads it.
Castillo's been great for us, especially when I've been playing the games. I love his fastball and then the curveball. On top of it, I don't use the slider or changeup as much, but it's mostly a fastball curveball move for Freddie Castillo. High fastballs usually. Here's Ricky Shannon. He's a power threat. Ricky Shannon doesn't hit for much contact. He's got a big arm. He's one of my prototypical Bacon's Fictional players. Big power against left-handers, much better against lefties in general. And then the base running aggressiveness unnecessarily high. Honestly, I like that a lot whenever I do that. Just a guy who has no brain on the bases.
And he fouls this one off.
Castillo also gets it up. I think he's thrown 100 before.
1-2, the count to the Royals shortstop.
Right there, let's hit the curveball now. 1-2. And the release point is so unique that he has such a drop for it.
Struck
It's
him out
beautiful.
again, I should say. His 3rd punch out of the game.
When your closer comes in and strikes out the first guy he faces, everyone on the team can kind of take a deep breath. Still have 2 more outs to get, but retiring that leadoff guy
Sanchez
is always huge when you're trying to shut a game down.
Hot shot.
Ooh, we're protecting the lines. That's interesting. Because he's more of a pull hitter. But of course, we got to protect the lines here with a 1-run lead. That was interesting. Yeah, Castillo is nasty. And then again, he's got 4 pitches. It's 2 breaking balls and a changeup to go along with his fastball, obviously. That's when a guy's really nasty, is when he can throw 4 of them.
Make it back-to-back punch-outs here to the first
back-to-back strikeouts for Castillo. Can he get the side? That's the real question here. He'll get my player of the game if he strikes out the side.
2 hitters, 2 strikeouts from the closer. There's not a
And it's
whole lot
Ramon
more he can do to
Ramirez.
instill
He had a
confidence
solo
that he's
home
going
run
to
in the
wrap
second
this thing
inning.
up
He's at a
without any
205
problem.
batting average only for these Royals.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Line to the right side.
Doing there. That's
a foul ball. Fans on their feet in a
Ooh,
one-run
fastball
ball
up
game
again.
in the last.
I like the fastball up more than the fastball down for him.
Hit back toward the
Oh,
mound.
and what are we doing?
And that's in
Okay.
for a base hit. He's
I
2
hate it
for
when it
4
changes a
now.
player like that. I mean, I knew Castillo wasn't going to have a play on it, but I didn't mean for Lazeri to run back like he did. Okay. Here's Nick Olson. Again, a new player on the roster, Nick Olson. He's on the stream roster.
Comes set. Now the pitch. And it's
Had a long
fouled
at bat his last time up. I believe he has good vision and discipline, right? Yeah, vision 77, discipline's only 57, so that's a little more middle of the road. I kind of thought as the averages, like a major league average is about a 60. So anything above that is obviously above average. Anything below it is bad, below average. Awful in terms of, if it's below 20, it's terrible. Here's an 0-2 pitch. I'm just going to try to bounce it.
KC down to their final strike in this one. And this one's in the dirt.
Nice block there by my diamond defensive catcher, Joaquin Marte. Try fastball up now. Give it to me. Oh.
And did he go? No, he did not, says the third base umpire.
No, I don't want the fastball now. Let's do a changeup.
Now a bluff here as he steps
Got a
off,
changeup,
looking back.
strikeout for the second batter. So hopefully we can do the same here against Olsen.
A bouncer up the middle.
No.
And the inning will continue as that's through for a 2-out.
Shoot.
hit.
Should be Cutliff next, right?
All right, Dan, as
Or is it Rosado first? It's Rosado, then Cutliff.
Quick outs in the 9th inning, and then
That's
you
not
give
good.
up back-to-back outs. Are you 1 pitch away? What are you telling yourself?
Sometimes
There's
the
Bruno
hardest thing
Ramirez
to
to
do
run.
is to get that 1, 2, 3,
Big
ninth
time
inning.
runner, too. That dude is
Two base-
fast. He's at 87 speed. Not much for stealing.
Hits in a row
Utility
right
player
now.
for
This
these
is where you
Royals.
really
Bruno
have to
Ramirez.
make some good pitches.
Here's
It's
Rosado. He had a
never
home run in the
easy
5th.
pitching
That
the
was his
ninth
only
inning,
hit.
and this is an indication of that right here.
Not a steal.
Standing in now.
Oh, that's not where I wanted that pitch.
Rosado, as he pops the first pitch foul.
Rosado's been good defensively for them, too. He had that one play last inning. Was that an 8th? No, last inning. That he stopped.
The 0-1.
Sharply hit
Fouled
ground
away.
ball. 0-2 now to Rosado. Let's do a curveball down. Try to strike out the side here. Yes, sir. No. Oh, come on.
Good work there to prevent any advance. It's 1-2.
We'll do a fastball up and in. Finish him off here.
1-2. Here it is. And he fouls this one off.
He was absolutely all
That curveball
over
again.
that fastball. Have to find a way
I don't
to
want to
keep
throw it
that
for a
fair.
strike. I want him to go after it.
And this one's in the dirt. And a nice job to keep the runners at bay.
Steele's
as
now
the
getting
count moves
tired.
to 2-2.
Okay. Try the fastball up one more time. I have no clue if he fouls it off. Oh, and he watches it. Let's go! Big strikeout. Steele strikes out the side. What's up, outsider? Welcome to the new follower. Outsider. And this one is over. It's a 5-4 win for us.
This evening's game comes
Now
to an
11
end.
and 8 on the stream.
Final tally.
Again, I'm still going to give Freddie Castillo player of the game here.
In the 9th on the way to the win. Zach
And this wraps up the
Peterson
one
earns
game
his
that I was going
third
to
win
play
of the year in the
tonight.
league. Freddie
It's a
Castillo
5-4
records the
win
save
here
his
in Kansas
34th.
City.
So that just about does it for Mark
5-4. We get runs in the 8th and 9th innings. They gave player of the game to Castillo as well. I like that.
Make your way over to theShowNation.com.
There we go. Peterson gets the win for me out of the bullpen. Barron gave up the first and the second run, or the last 2 runs, I mean. So he gets the loss. We had 5 players with 2 hits. That's interesting. 2 hit batsmen. I had a couple walks, right? I only had 2 walks. They were both Reyes. Yeah, I had a triple in this one. Bullpen was fantastic until we got to Castillo, where he gave up 2 hits. Yeah, but glad to get the dub in this one. This was great. A little back and forth action early on, and then we finish out with the dub. So, Yeah, nice. I love it when it's back and forth, and I love these one-run games. So this was the best of both worlds here. Um, I have it'll be a Kings game next, so I got to skip to one more day. There it is. It'll be Philip Fermaniak, the left-hander, against Cody Hall for the Phillies. That'll be either tomorrow or I'll be back on Tuesday. I'm undecided on that. I'll probably send a tweet. I was also thinking if I'm going to keep doing this, which I plan on continuing to stream until at least until the show 21 comes out. I'm thinking I'll make a Discord, and on the Discord, I will just you guys can ask me questions or whatever it may be, or we'll talk about the show in general, talk about your franchises, and then I'll have a channel where I just post when I'm going to stream, and therefore I don't need to keep tweeting about it and flood my Twitter with me saying I'm going to stream in 30 minutes. I'll just throw it in the Discord, and that makes it a little easier for people to find information on my Twitter, and a little easier for anyone who wants to know when I'm going to stream to get that information. So I'm thinking about doing that. Great. Yeah, so again, this is going to be it. I just noticed that Armor and Sword is streaming. He was one of the first fans of Bacon's fictional roster, and he's playing with, I think, a classic roster right now. He is. So we're going to raid him, but I'm going to end this now. I'll be back either tomorrow or, like I said, Wednesday, and we will raid Armor and Sword. So thanks for being with me tonight, raiding him.